Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, we bring you girls varsity softball as Lawrence will be taking on Ewing here at home. Bit of a gray day, but dry weather for once. We've had quite a few wet games this year. First up at bat for Ewing is going to be Gentile Sheridan. Here's the pitch to Sheridan. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
I'm playing out in Falls on Sunday morning.
Here comes the next pitch. And that one will get shot out toward the outfield. There's a throw back to the infield, and they'll hold Sheridan at first base. So single for Sheridan at her first at bat. Next up, Haley Allen for Ewing. Looking for a bunt. No swing there, but attempted steal, and she's safe. So, called strike on that play, but a stolen base as Gentile Sheridan will make it to second. Here comes the next pitch to Allen. That one's just a little wide for a ball. Ball two. 2-1 the count now.
Comes down, so that's why everything's so deep. Although I saw a kid this way from wow. Yeah.
Ball three.
Kid hit a home run over here. Hit the stands and came back on the field. It was a bomb. And we had one kid clear a little tall fence in the right field.
No kidding.
Yeah. Those are the only two home runs I've seen.
Here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball four. And Haley Allen will get a free base as she walks to first. Next up for Ewing will be Rebecca Carroll. Here's the first pitch, and that'll be wide for a ball. Next pitch. That one will be popped up foul for a strike. Here's the pitch. That one's wide for a ball. 2-1 the count. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 2-2 the count. Here's the next pitch. That'll be low for a ball. So full count to Carroll. I believe that's Rihanna and Delicato out there on the mound for Lawrence. And she winds up with a pitch. That one will be popped up and drops right in between three of the Cardinals. So base hit for Carroll, and that will find the Lawrence Cardinals with the bases loaded. Not the way they wanted to start out this inning. Next up at the plate will be Kate McConnell. Here's the first pitch, and she gets a piece of that one right off the bat. Throw to first is there in time. And they managed to get a double play out of that.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So that'll bring us to the bottom of the first inning. There you see all the support from the Cardinal dugout. And first pitch to Allie McGuire goes by for a ball. There she gets a piece of that one, sends it out towards the outfield. And that will be the first out for Lawrence. Next up at the plate, Jamie Seidman. That pitch is wide for a ball. Seidman back in the box. He gets a tip of that one, it'll bounce foul. One and one to count. Seidman's got a good swing. If she can get a piece of one, she's liable to send it for a long distance. That one's called for a strike. 1-2 to count against Seidman. She gets a piece of that one. It's going to drop in between the infielders and the outfielders for a base hit. So Seidman at first.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Next up at bat for Lawrence will be Haley Lestitian. Strike one. Throw to second, gets away, but they recover it quickly enough to hold the runner on second. Here's the next pitch to Lestitian. She'll pop that one up, and it'll drift foul. Strike two. A shout out to our cameraman, Kervin DeSources, for giving these fine images. As Lestitian ropes one out to the outfield, but it drifts foul. Here comes the next pitch. That'll be low for ball one. 1-2 to count. He gets a piece of that one, bounces it off the pitcher, and she'll leg that one out for a single. So Lestitian on first base. That should bring up Megan Kiernan next in the batting order. Only one out on the board. Here comes the pitch, and that was low for a ball. Here's the pitch, and she sends that one right to the third baseman who makes the play. Runners will advance though. So Lawrence now with runners on second and third as Kiernan is thrown out at first. 2 outs on the board, and that'll bring up Ava Glahn. Glahn's been the Cardinals' power hitter this year. And she's in a position to bring in as many as 3 runs right here if she can get a homer. Here's the pitch, That one will get popped up, and looks like it's going to drift foul. Here comes the next pitch to Glon, and she fouls that one foul the other direction. So 2 strikes against Glon and 2 outs on the board. He's got to make this one count. And she sends that one out towards the outfield. 1 run in, 2 runs in, but Glon will hold it first. So that will give Lawrence the 2-0 lead in this game. First points of the game. Lawrence off to a good start. Got Glon on first, and stepping up to the plate now will be Rihanna Indelicato. First pitch is low for a ball. Now, unlike what you might see on professional baseball, these teams don't usually have a designated pitching staff. It's more a matter of players come from different positions around the field to take their turn as the pitcher. As such, you don't see people who are not going to take a turn at bat as often or not be very good at bat. So when you see a pitcher step into the box, don't think it's somebody who won't swing and hit it. Right now, Indelicato's got a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And that'll be the 4th ball, and Indelicato will take a base. That advances Glon over to second, as Lawrence moving into position to get some more runs in, perhaps. Next up will be Paige Lamson for Lawrence. First pitch to Lamson. That one's popped foul for a strike. A little bit of time retrieving balls there, but we're ready to get back into the game, and Lamson's back in the box. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just barely got in there for a strike. That one looked like it was going to be low for a ball, but it called a strike. Here's a pitch. That one's high and outside. Definitely a ball that time. 1-2 the count to Lamson. Here's the pitch. Lamson gets a piece of that one. Looks like that's going to drift foul again.
This year, she threw a perfect game against us.
So count will hold at 1-2. Here's the next pitch to Lamson. He gets a piece of it, bounces over to the third baseman. The throw to first is there in time, and that will retire the Cardinals for the end of the first inning. Cardinals leading 2-0.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
So for the start of the second inning, Ewing will be at bat. That's Devin Cooney at the plate. She rips one off towards the outfield. That one drops in the pocket, and Cooney's going to go for 2. Makes it easily, so runner on second. Next up for Ewing should be Ann Dabowski. First pitch, tip foul. That'll be a strike. Here's the next pitch. Grounder goes right past the third baseman, but looks like that rolled out of bounds. 2 strikes against Dabowski. They'll get the ball back out to the pitcher's mound, and we'll try it again.
I don't know about Isabella, but I didn't want to go.
Here's the pitch to Dabowski. Low and outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Dabowski gets a piece of that one, sends it out towards the outfield, and it's caught for an out. Runner on second takes the opportunity to go to third. That's Devin Cooney. So Ewing now with a runner in a scoring position. Next up at bat for Ewing will be Brianna Jones. Jones lets that one go by for a strike. And Delicado doing a good job getting the ball across the plate most of the time. That'll be a ball. 1-1 the count. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Only 1 out on the board and a runner on third. Here comes the pitch. That'll be popped straight up. And it gets a little too far foul for the catcher to make a play. 2-2 the count now. Here comes the next pitch. And that's a strikeout for Delicado as she sends Brianna Jones back to the dugout. Next up for Ewing, Izzy Falzone. Here's the first pitch. And she'll tip that one foul. Falzone steps back into the box. Left-handed batter, we don't see many of those. Here comes the pitch. And that was low for a ball. Falzone's got an interesting style where she actually runs toward the ball before she swings. Ball 2. Throw to third keeps the runner honest. Here's the pitch. And Falzone runs up and pounds that one out towards the outfield. 1 run is in. Falzone going for 2. So a double for Falzone with a run batted in, and Ewing gets their first points on the scoreboard as our score is now 2-1 with Lawrence leading. Two outs on the board. And Morgan Tiziker stepping up to the plate for Ewing. She was trying that same creeping up toward the ball technique that Falzone was using, and the ball went by for a strike. There's a grounder right to the pitcher. Throw to first is there in plenty of time, and that will retire Ewing for the top of the second inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
So for the bottom of the second inning, Lawrence at bat. Juliet Harrell will be the first batter for Lawrence. Thought about a bunt. Ball's a little too low for that. Ball one. Here's the pitch. That'll be popped up. Drifting foul and too far foul for any play. One and one the count. Harrell getting a little bit of encouragement from the third base coach. Back into the box she goes, and here's the pitch, and it is a bunt. Harrell legging it out to first, and she'll make it. So, a bunted single for Juliet Harrell. Next up will be Kate Grafrida. First pitch to Grafrida. She's looking for a bunt, and she'll try to leg it out. This time, throw to first gets there in plenty of time. But Harrell legs it out and gets all the way over to third on that one. So, sacrifice bunt puts Lawrence in a scoring position with one out on the board. Next up for Lawrence will be Allie McGuire as we go back to the top of the order. In her first at bat, McGuire popped one up to the outfield for an out. She's swinging for the fence on that one, but it goes by for a strike. Next pitch to McGuire. That one's called for a strike. 0-2 the count against McGuire. Here comes the next pitch. And that one will get tipped foul. Here comes the next pitch. And McGuire lets that one go by for a ball. 1-2 the count now. Here's the pitch. Low for ball two. 2-2 the count. McGuire waiting for her pitch. Here it is. And she'll pop that one out towards the outfield. Runner's going to tag up and go as McGuire's hit is caught, and she'll bat a run in. So sacrifice fly for McGuire. That brings the score now to 3-1 with Lawrence leading. Next up to bat for Lawrence will be Jamie Seidman. Here's the pitch. And that one goes by for a ball. Here's the next pitch and ball two. And Seidman gets a piece of that one, and throw to first is there in plenty of time. So that will retire the Cardinals for the end of the second inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Score is 3-1 here at Lawrence Fields with Lawrence Cardinals leading. We get into the top of the third inning, and Gentile Sheridan sends one out there far enough to get a single. So in 2 at-bats, Sheridan's gotten on first base both times. That'll bring up Haley Allen. Last time she was at the plate, she ended up getting a walk. That one goes by for a ball. Here's the next pitch. Ball 2. Ball 3. Ball. No, I'm sorry. That was a strike. I thought that was going to be a ball, but it got in there and caught the corner of the plate for a strike. That one didn't. And once again, Allen will get the walk. That advances the runner to second. So Ewing now with runners on first and second. Next up at the plate for Ewing will be Rebecca Carroll, who got a single in her first outing. That'll be ball 1. That one looks like it's going to drift foul right off the roof of the dugout. One ball, one strike. And Carroll will step back into the box. He thought about a bunt. Nothing there, but it goes by for a ball. Carroll once again thought about the bunt. This time it goes by for a strike. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And she'll send that one foul. Count will remain at 2-2. Carroll back in the box. And another shot foul. Count still 2-2. And Delicato gets back up on the mound, and here comes the pitch. That one's pounded past the third baseman. And everyone will hold after just one base. So a single for Carroll. And Lawrence finds themselves facing loaded bases.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
So pitcher change for Lawrence. And Kate McConnell stepping up to the plate for Ewing. First pitch, ball 1. Here comes the next one, and that one's line drive toward the outfield. And 2 runs will score. So that ties up the game here at Lawrence. Not what Lawrence wanted to see. They had led for the first 2 innings. That will bring up Devin Cooney batting for Ewing. Last time at bat, Devin had a double. She looked for the bunt. Ball went by for a ball, but in the meantime, McConnell stole second. Rebecca Carroll over here on third, looking for a way home. Hoping Devin Cooney can drive her in. There's the hit. And no outs on that one. Runner gets home, and Ewing takes the lead here at the Cardinal Fields. 4-3 the score. Next up at bat, Ann Dabowski. Ball 1 to Dabowski. In her first at bat, she sent one to the outfield where it was caught for an out. Ball 2. Low for ball 3. Ball 4, and Dabowski's going to get the walk. So once again, Ewing has the bases loaded. That will bring up Brianna Jones. Jones struck out her first time at bat. Looking to see what she can do this time. Strike 1. Ball 1. Grounder. Oh, no throw there, and 1 run goes home. No outs on that play. That should have been a play for an out at any base. That will bring up number 17, Izzy Falzone.
Come on, Morgan.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Falzone was the batter who actually ran toward the ball swinging last time, and she managed to get a double that way, so not a bad technique.
Good eye, Morgan. Come on.
First pitch goes by for a ball. Second pitch is ball 2. Ball 3. See if Falzone decides to just let this one go by. No, she does, but it's a strike. 3-1 the count. And there's a grounder. It'll drive a run home, and everyone will hold at their bases. So Ewing gets a run and keeps the bases loaded. Score now 3-6 with Ewing leading. Stepping up to the plate will be Morgan Tiziker. Ball one. There's a grounder. Throw to second. A run scores. So that'll bring the score now to 7-3 against Lawrence. 2 outs on the board for Ewing. And they'll return to the top of the order with Gentile Sheridan. Sheridan got a single last time at bat. There's a strike and stolen base. Ewing gets the runner up to second. That'll be low for a ball. 2-1 the count. Foul tip, that'll be a strike. 2-2 the count. That's low for ball 3. Full count now to Sheridan. And that was low, and Sheridan will take a walk to first base. That'll bring up Haley Allen. She's been at bat twice before and walked both times. Ewing with runners on first and second. And a bit of an unknown with Allen, as she really hasn't had a chance to hit the ball.
Come on, Haley.
1-1 the count. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2 the count. That one's sent out towards the outfield. It'll drop in between the outfielders. And there's 1 run scored. 2nd run scored. And Allen will hold at second for a double. That brings the score up to 9 for Ewing as they're running away.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Definitely a good inning for Ewing. Now we see Rebecca Carroll back in the box. Carroll's gotten a single every time she stepped up to the plate. First pitch went by for ball 1. That one will be tipped foul for strike 1. There's a line drive right up the middle. And Carroll will hold it single. Hold it first for a single.
You're watching
and
the
drive
Cardinal
around.
Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
So another new pitcher at the mound for Lawrence. as Kate McConnell steps back up to the plate. She's been up twice, popped one out to the outfield for an out, and got a single in the third inning, this inning in fact. 1-1 the count now. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. Throw to first. Does not catch the runner, but keeps her honest. 2-1 the count now. There's a grounder right over towards second base. Play is at second, and away she goes. So that will do it for a very long top of the
You're
third.
watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Cardinals find themselves with some work to do after the top of the third inning. Have to try and get back into this game. First up for Lawrence will be Haley Lestitian. She got a single her last time at bat. Lestitian will send that one out toward the outfield. It'll drop in between the fielders for a single. Good way to start the inning. Next up will be Megan Kiernan. She was thrown out at first in her only at bat so far this game. Here's the first pitch to Kiernan. She'll send one up, and that'll be caught by the shortstop for an out. So 1 out against Lawrence. They've still got a runner on first. And stepping up to the plate, Ava Glon, team's power hitter. She got a single and belted in 2 runs in the process, her last at bat. Lets that one go by for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to count. Strike 2. 1-2 to count. Here's the pitch. And that one's sent out toward the outfield, and both runners are going for the run at home, and there's a point for Lawrence. Lon gets a double, manages to bring a runner home. It's been a good game for Glon so far. Next up, Rihanna Indelicato. Her last at bat, she walked. Yeah, she'll pop that one up. It's going foul and no play. So strike 1 against Indelicato. Second one. Oh, that's caught for an out. There's a throw to second. Oh, it's a double play, and that will retire Lawrence for the third inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
That brings Ewing back up to bat, leading by 6 points with a score of 10-4 over Lawrence. First batter will be Devin Cooney. Cooney's been up to the plate twice so far this game. Got a second and a single. She has a double and a single. Also managed to bring one runner home. So she's been having a good game so far. That one sent foul for a strike. 1-2 the count. That's low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Three and two, full count. Here comes the pitch to Cooney. That one's called for a strike, and she'll go back to the dugout. Lady Cards obviously excited about a strikeout to lead off this inning after the way things went last inning. That'll bring up Dabowski. She popped one to the outfield for an out in the first inning and got a walk in the second inning. First pitch is low for a ball. Dabowski steps back into the box. Here's the pitch. Low for ball two. That's Megan Kierden out on the mound for Lawrence. And Lawrence has gone through a few pitchers today. That one will be tipped foul for a strike. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 3-1 the count. And that one will be tipped foul for a full count. 3-2. Kierden with the pitch. That's low for ball four. And Dabowski gets another walk. That will bring up Brianna Jones for Ewing. Jones struck out in her first at bat, but got a single and batted a run home her second time up. Ball one. Here's the pitch. That was in there for a strike as Kierden starts to get dialed in on the pitches. That was low for a ball, and we got a runner going for second. A stolen base on that pitch. Jones is still in the box for Ewing. That one popped up. Oh, and she couldn't get the glove under it, so that'll be a single, and the runner is going to steal third. That'll bring up Izzy Falzone. She got a double with an RBI in the first inning. I'm sorry, that was the second inning when she was up. She also got a single with an RBI in the third inning. So it's been a good game for Falzone. First pitch is low for a ball. There's a throw to first for an out, but Falzone makes it to first. Morgan Tiziker now steps into the box for Ewing. Tiziker was thrown out at first at her first at bat. Second time up, she ended up getting a single and bringing a run home. Throw to third gets there a little late. Pinch runner over here on third. Here's the pitch. There goes runner for second. And she'll get in there okay. Throw to Tiziker. And no change in the standings, other than 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was low for a ball. There's one tipped foul by Tiziker. 2-2 the count. Two outs on the board. Cardinals looking to put this inning to a close, at the top of this inning to a close, and get their turn at bat. There's one pop straight up, and that will be an easy out. That will retire Ewing for the top of the 4th inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
So that will give Lawrence another chance to try and close up on the score. I believe leading off for Lawrence will be Paige Lamson. That one goes by a little low. Lamson was thrown out at first in her first at bat, looking to do better this time. That's 3 balls now to Lamson. And 1 strike. Strike 2 as Lamson now gets a full count. And there's a grounder right past the third baseman, and Lamson's going to get to first with no trouble. That'll bring up Juliet Harrell. Her first at bat, she managed to get a single off of a bunt. Thought about the bunt that time, and she'll swing away on it, and that'll be caught for an out. First out for Lawrence this inning. That'll bring up Katie Kafrida. Kafrida was thrown out at first, and her only at bat this game so far. First pitch goes by for a strike. Gets a piece of that one and sends a grounder right through the hole there in the infield. And it's a single for Kafrida. That'll bring up Allie McGuire as we return to the top of the order. McGuire's done a pop fly for an out both times at bat, but she did manage to do a sacrifice fly and bring in a run in the second inning. And first pitch is tipped foul for a strike. Here comes the second pitch with a similar fate. Strike two. That one looks like, it's going to drift foul again. I thought that might have stayed in on the third base line, but just did not happen. So McGuire once again will step into the box. That one's not going foul. And McGuire gets a single easily out of that one. And Lady Cardinals have the bases loaded. That brings up Jamie Seidman. Seidman did a single in her first at bat. Second time up, she was thrown out at first. Here's the pitch. That'll be high for ball one. Next pitch to Seidman. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And Seidman gets a hold of that one. Throw to third is no good. But they think twice about trying to get a second run out of that. One run did score, so Lawrence puts another run on the board. That brings the score now 5-10 as Lawrence starting to nibble away at that lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Next up to bat for Lawrence will be Haley Lestitian. Lestitian's gotten a single every time she's come up to the plate today. That would be a good thing to do. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That's low and stolen bases. Lawrence gets a stolen run. Good base running there. In fact, all the runners advanced on that wild pitch. 6-10 the score as Lawrence closes in on Ewing. Here's the pitch. That one gets popped straight up and drifted foul. Third baseman tried to get to it, just couldn't do it. There's a hit by Lestitian out towards the outfield. That's caught for an out, but the runner's going for home. So sacrifice fly by Lestitian drives in another run. Makes the score 7-10. Lawrence coming back into this game. Next up for Lawrence will be Megan Kiernan. Kiernan was thrown out in the first inning and did a pop fly for an out in the third inning. Hoping she can do better this time. Strike one. That one's outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. 2 outs on the board and a runner on second. That one's sent skyward, and that'll be caught for the third out and retire Lawrence for the inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
That brings Ewing back up to bat for the start of the 5th inning, with Gentile Sheridall stepping up to the plate. Strike one against her already. There's a ball against it. So 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Sheridall's had 2 singles and a walk leading up to this. 2-1 the count against Sheridall. She'll send that one foul for a strike. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's a grounder over, throw to first, and there's an out. So first out for Ewing. Next up at the plate for Ewing will be Haley Allen. Allen got a couple of walks earlier in the game, but last time at bat she got a double and batted in 2 runs. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. That one sent skyward and caught for the out. So 2 up and 2 down. That will bring up Rebecca Carroll for the next batter. And Carroll has gotten a single every time she stepped up to the plate today. Last time she even batted a run in doing it. That one will roll by for a ball. And that one's caught for the third and final out for the top of the 5th inning, bringing up Lawrence to bat.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So last inning, Lawrence managed to close up the gap on the score. Still got a few runs to go to tie this back up, as we're looking at a 7-10 score. And just the person to do it is Ava Glahn, who's had a fantastic run at the bat today. She got a single with 2 RBIs in the first inning, and then in the third came up to get a double with an RBI. One strike against Glahn. That one will be low for a ball. Juan sends that one out, but it's caught for the out. So that puts it into Glenn's streak at the bat. They'll bring up Rihanna and Delicado. Delicado got a walk in the first inning, but in the third, she popped one up for a double play. This time it's going to drop in the pocket, and Delicado will end up with an easy single. Next up for Lawrence will be Paige Lamson, who got a single her last time at bat. She'll be looking to do that again. And that'll be a strike. Strike two. Here's a pitch to Lamson. She'll pop that one up, foul. But it's caught for the out. Good play by the catcher. That'll bring up Juliet Harrell for Lawrence. Harrell bunted for a single in the second inning. And a pop fly for an out on the fourth inning. Looking to see what she can do this time. Here's the pitch. And it's a grounder. She'll try and beat it out to first. Can't make it as the throw is there ahead of her, and that will close out the fifth inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So 7-10 the score here at the Lawrence Fields. Ewing at bat with Kate McConnell at the plate. That's a ball to McConnell. She's gotten out twice at bat, but in the third inning managed to get a single with 2 runs batted in. And she's definitely out that time. Next up for Ewing will be Devin Cooney. Cooney's had a double and a single earlier in the game. Struck out last time up. First pitch is a ball. Here's a pitch, and it's a grounder, thrown to first, and it's there in plenty of time for the out. That'll bring up Ann Dabowski. Dabowski hasn't got a hit all game, although she's gotten on base twice with walks. Strike one. That was wide for a ball. Just a little high. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. That was low for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Strike 2, that'll be a full count. There's a pop fly. That'll drift foul. Count remains full. Here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball 4, and Dabowski is going to take a base. Next up will be Brianna Jones. She singled in her last 2 at-bats. Struck out in the first attempt back in the second inning. She's managed to bat 1 run at home in the 3rd inning. There's a grounder, throw to first, and it's there in time for the out. So that'll retire the Ewing team for the top of the 6th inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Well, we enter the bottom of the 6th inning with the Cards trailing by 3 points. Definitely not out of this game at this point. Kate Kofrida at the plate. She'll knock the grounder over toward the pitcher. Throw to first is there in time, and she's out. That'll bring up Allie McGuire for Lawrence. McGuire singled her last time at bat. Did a sacrifice fly earlier in the game to drive a run home. In fact, every time she stepped up to the plate, she's managed to get a piece of that ball. One ball to McGuire. Ball 2. Here's the next one. That'll be popped up and caught for an out. So 2 up and 2 down for Lawrence. They'll be resting their hopes on Jamie Seidman. Seidman singled twice this game, although she was thrown out at first in her 2nd inning. Looking to add another single. There's a bunt, and she'll try and leg it out. Can't make it in time, and that will retire the Cards for the end of the 6th inning.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
That will take us to the top of the 7th and final inning. Unlike Major League ball sports, here in high school ball, they only play 7. There's a bunt. And Gentile Sheridan legs it out for a single. I'm sorry, that wasn't Sheridan. That was Izzy Falzone. She got on base before I could look her name up. Nice run. Morgan Tiziker at the plate now. And ball 2. Here comes the pitch. And that one just barely stayed in. So single for Tiziker. And early in the top of the 7th inning, Ewing has runners on first and second. Now here comes Gentile Sheridan up to the plate. That'll go by for a ball. Cardinals were definitely ready for a bunt there, weren't they? called for a strike. 1-1 the count. Strike two. That one drops in there, and it'll be a single with runners advancing. Bases loaded now. That'll bring up Haley Allen. She's walked a couple of times, and last time at bat she popped one to the outfield for an out. Back in the third inning, she managed to hit a double and drive 2 runs home. And her first pitch is knocked out towards the outfield, and everybody is going. And 3 runs will score. Haley will hold up at third for a triple. That increases the lead as Ewing now has 13 to Lawrence's 7. That'll bring Rebecca Carroll up to the plate. In her 4 times at bat this game, she's got 3 singles. There's one sent out toward the outfield. Run comes home, and Carroll gets another single. 14-7 the score now.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
That'll bring up Kate McConnell to the bat for Ewing. McConnell's only managed to get on base once this game with a single clear back in the 3rd inning. She's popped out, fouled out, and been thrown out. That pitch is just a little high. Runner will advance to second. Stolen base. 2-0 the count. Low for ball 3. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. And McConnell gets a walk. That will bring up Devin Cooney. Cooney's gotten a double and a single earlier in the game. Last 2 times at bat, she's struck out and been thrown out at first. Their throw to third is going to pick off the runner.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So first out for Lawrence in this inning. They try to put Ewing back in the dugout. Next up for Ewing will be Ann Dabowski. Once again, she hasn't gotten a hit all game. She popped out and walked. She's actually been walked 3 times this game. 1 strike to Dabowski. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And here's the pitch. High for a ball. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. So it's out number 2 for Ewing. And now stepping up to the plate will be Brianna Jones. Jones has gotten a couple of singles earlier in the game. Was thrown out at first last time at bat. First pitch is a strike. There's a line drive up the middle. And runner going for home. She'll get there before the throw. So 15-7 the score now. Ewing in the lead, and Brianna Jones with a single. That'll bring back Izzy Falzone, who started off this inning for Ewing. She's managed to get on base every time she's been at bat with a double and 3 singles. There the hit out toward the pitcher. Throw to first is there in time, and that will end the top of the 7th inning, bringing up the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Well, Cardinals have some more work to do as they're trailing 7-15. Haley Lestitian, first one up at plate for Lawrence. That was low for a ball. Once again, for those of you not familiar with high school softball, they only get 7 innings, which means Lawrence has to get it done in this half inning here or they're done. 2-0 the count to Lestitian. The count. Here's the pitch. And she'll send that one out. And it's caught for an out. So 1 up and 1 down. That will bring up Meg Kiernan. Number 24 for Lawrence. She needs a hit this game, and maybe she'll be able to get it this inning. There's a grounder up the middle. Throw to first is wild, and Kiernan gets on base for her first single of the game. That brings the power hitter Ava Glahn back up to the plate for Lawrence. Glahn's gotten a single and a double this game and managed to bring home 3 runs. Pinch runner on base for Lawrence, taking first base. Here's the pitch. Glahn gets a piece of it, but it bounces foul. And that one's sent right across the middle of the field. And Glahn gets another single. Lawrence with runners on first and second. Now stepping up to the plate, Rihanna Delicato. Delicato singled her last time at bat. That was low for ball 1. And runners try to advance. Stolen base there, and there seems to be a dispute.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Dispute is ended, and Lawrence got another out. That one's low for a ball. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder right to the pitcher. Throw to first. And that will do it, as the Ewing Blue Devils have defeated the Lawrence Cardinals here at home with a score of 15-7. Thank everyone for watching today, and thank you to our cameraman, Curvins DeSources, for giving us all these lovely pictures. Tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.